And welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Factorio Space Age, where the last two parts we've been sort of trying to struggle to take this one base out. We need to at least take this base out, I think. Probably really need to take that base out too, and then we can probably make do with that. The other alternative is I can come up here. This base looks fairly safe, and we might actually move on that one next instead of trying to finish clearing this one out. No, this one's far smaller. That's 11 million versus 21 million, right? It's a smaller deposit. And we can get another one going, then that will allow us to get more of the base running here. And if we can get the whole, the whole purple running, we'll be able to do mining productivity a whole lot faster. But before we do that, one thing I'm going to do is, in theory, we do have a bunch of quality modules at this point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify a lot of how my sections work. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab the highest quality ones. We only have like 21 of, but we're going to grab them all. This one happens to be full of them, so that's fine. We're going to go around to every end product thing that we use to build the base, so assemblers, I can start walking while we're doing this. Assemblers, pump jacks, that sort of stuff. And we're going to put quality modules in them, specifically so that we can start getting some higher quality products. Partially so we don't need as many. So, for example, the way I'm going to do is we're going to use a filter, we're going to whitelist an item, and the answer is going to be, we're going to whitelist quality normal. So, this one will grab any quality normal item out of this thing, up to the limit that we have set. And then for the next one, I suppose I will just have to do it with a ghost, which will be fine. So, unlike the one we've set to normal where we're going to have a limit, we're going to set the one that is going to be use filtered blacklisted to normal. And we're not going to limit that chest. That's basically how we're going to work this, is if it's normal, we'll have a cap of that, which is basically what we're going to build most of this stuff out of, and going to be selectively doing upgrades. And then all the upgrade stuff is going to go into a separate chest. And then the only problem we're going to run into is figuring out how to get it all to fit in various places. Yeah, that'll be the final problem. Because I'm looking here, for example, we don't really have space. Oh, I can get that to work. That'll work fine. So we do that. Move you. What I can do, can I copy and paste like that? Yes. Okay, so we set those to default to whites. Oops. There we go. And then we'll copy that data for you, and you, and you, and plop like so. Okay. So with that, we can go ahead and say, hey, we're going to take these efficient modules, we're going to replace them with quality. Which will make the thing cost more power, but in side effect, as we deposit this product, right, it will occasionally make things of better quality, which we can use to up the density in various places. Same thing here, we replace you with you. And we're mainly going to do this stuff that we use a lot. That I think this will apply productively to. Oops, because I was in. Oh, it'll be fine. Actually, I'm surprised that the bots are not handling that for me, but they do the things they do. And that's basically what we're going to work on for a while. We're just going to go through most of the final product things, the quality effects, to do that too. Just so we can get some quality products. And we were about to run out of the rare, so we're going to have to swap out uncommons, but for the short term I think that'll work pretty well. Bullets are tempting, but I'm not going to do bullets. Turrets wants to be done. I suppose, because I did copy-paste there, that one had... Well, the other one also has as well. Blacklist, no. Normal. There we go. I'm going to fly down here quickly to make sure I didn't inherit any of the limits. No. Good to see. In worst case scenario, if we do start backing up like this, all that means is that we have backed up with stuff we should just upgrade. Right? That's a good sign. If this chest is full of things that are not normal, then we should stop using the normal ones and use the higher quality stuff. Okay, this similar thing here. Blacklist, normals. There we go. And then we can use you with quality, replace you with quality. Same thing with the power poles. Should do upgrades for the power poles. Figuring out where to put the space, though. Didn't leave myself much space in here. I might not do it with the wooden ones. The reason I'm thinking of not doing it with the wooden ones is because I just don't have the space to get it out properly, is why I'm thinking of being a little cowardly with that one. We can do you and you with the power pole. And then we can do copy, place. Use filters blacklist, normal. Okay, so there's power poles, which we should also, if we're doing it that way, I should upgrade. And we have our tier 3 assemblers here, same sort of thing. Not worry about science or science. Probably don't need to worry about inserters either. Okay, so I think the last real final product I want to do this to is going to be the laser turrets. And some of these I should actually manually jumpstart. Like, we're gonna... Well, I was about to say manually jump... Well, we will manually jumpstart these. Well, we'll manually jumpstart the laser turrets when we get our laser turrets. Need a bunch of those. Probably a bunch of walls as well. But yeah, higher quality turret stuff, I thought would be one way to help get better returns on various things. Oh, wait, this one would be easier had I not shoved a bunch of storage chests right next door. So we have a limit on you. I'm actually going to raise the limit on you to 100. And then no limit on the upgrades, higher qualities. There we go. And then for our operations, this is why the bots weren't helping earlier when I picked things up. This is apparently I had all construction bots destroyed in the last foray, so let's pick those up. And yeah, we're not picking up any laser turrets because we have them all already. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to probably want some... We'll get these fixed. We'll get some more flamer turrets. Which isn't made in the base automatically, so I have to get them all myself. Basically everything goes into them is made though, so I just have to basically grab a bunch of engines. Well, we got a bunch of engines. I'm gonna want more engines. That's fine. Okay, and then steer and gear, pipes. Okay, and we'll grab a bunch of steel, and then I'm going to go grab a bunch of pipes. And where the pipes? Pipes even come down this far? No, don't think they did. We do kind of have bust pipes, but they don't really go that far, I think. There's the bust pipes. Okay, that's probably enough flamers. We've got some pump jacks. Can probably grab quickly materials we need to make a storage tank. So if we wanted to, we could send another pump jack flamethrower setup like we did in the previous episode. But instead, I think we're just gonna go and... Well, I think I'll just go set that one up, to be fair. Only thing really stopping us from doing that is getting the tracks over there. That's not how we want to do the tracks. Which even that isn't that hard. Yeah, okay, so we can go over there and design that one. We're not gonna... Well, we'll design it, we'll see where we are time-wise after it's designed. What I think is gonna happen is we're gonna go over there, we're gonna design it, we're gonna figure out what we need to build it. We're gonna come back and get those things, and then we're gonna drive back out there in the next episode, or the next episode, and it's gonna be built by bots at that point. Because our current setups are far enough away that they're not just get free built by letting the bots do it. We actually have to drive stuff out to them. Whoops. Yeah, that'll get fixed. And it's not like we need the petrol right now. We're not really burning the petrol quickly enough for that to be an issue. For those that don't realize what I crashed into the one of the oil pipelines. One of the underground oil pipelines. The whole point of running so many undergrounds is so they're easy to not run into. Probably still crash into one of them. Just realized this is going to need a power cable right there, otherwise it's not going to work right. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll run probably up there, take a turn. Take a turn would be optimal main line. Probably not going to use optimal main line. I'll probably just do a siding off of here and run a one squirter, one lane. Run out for the moment. Okay. One thing I will do as we drive out there is we'll bring some power that's in the form of medium electric cables. Or medium electric power poles. Took a little bit more damage I ideally would have wanted to take there. Got a little close to the biter nest, and then promptly ran into a problem of running into a boulder. Of all things. Yeah, so we can see how the map seed treated that iron. The map deposit, and it doesn't, you can't fill. I don't think you can do landfill to get the iron deposit to pop up. But basically, the map decided, hey, here going to be an iron deposit, and then it's like here is going to be ocean. So the iron deposit got chopped up a bit from the ocean. I think that's actually technically the same portion of this deposit, which is maybe a little annoying, but we can work with it. Okay, and then we want to decide roughly where the right side of the field is. Select that there, and then we'll do sweep. And sweep. 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 Yeah, there'll be a little bit here that we won't get. This might not be the most efficient of mines, but it should be functional. Oh, actually, let's use medium power poles and not the small ones. Based on how I'm using them, they don't really matter which one you use, but currently have the medium ones in the inventory, which is a boon of itself. Oops, I put the row over one too far. Okay, that's easy to fix. Not necessarily the optimal fix, but we basically just pick the whole thing up. And it was there. Scooted over one. Can we put it there without breaking anything? Nope. So we'll put it right there. Not optimal, but it's an easy solution. Sometimes the easy solutions are the working ones. Okay, so 4 lines, not a problem for an input. Should actually have the station diagram I want pre-made. Not that one. That one. Hopefully that'll make the turn. We'll find out in a moment. Okay. Then that is... Oh, well, technically that's the in, but close enough. Ah, because I got it in the fog. We'll have to walk down a little closer. Oh, that'll be fine for the moment. Okay, do some fog busting like that. Looks good. We can actually do the opposite and say, connect to my track, like so. Okay, and then we just need to then sort of wind the thing through the forest, probably down to here is where we'll wind it. So we need an out and an in from either direction, right? So we want to duplicate something that looks like... Well, technically it'd be both bidirectional, one of that. Yeah. Okay. Then we can... Because of course it doesn't work that way. So it makes sense then to do it the other way around. Yeah. Okay. So that should work. We'll take those 2 signals out because they're going to be in the way. And then chain signal, regular signal, regular signal, both sides like so. And that should work. That should be a functional junction. And then we just need to drag this bit up to, or drag this bit down to that bit. Okay. So clean up the field a little bit so we know what we need to bring along. looks like all the electric pole... Well, a couple electric poles aren't. Oops. That's our train station. It's built. Needless to say, to make that work, we're going to need an idea of what we need. This will be an overestimate, but an overestimate's probably fine. Okay, I would have collected the tank, but that's fine. There's our vehicles dumped off. Okay, and then we can put this in the blueprint storage. I think we got rid of the other one. Looks like I got rid of the other one. Yeah, I think I got rid of the other one. So, blueprint-wise, we're going to want to get enough to build you, which is just short of 400 belt, just over 116 those. I believe I set all the power poles up, so technically we don't need any of the power poles. Yeah, I think we don't need any of the power poles, but basically we need everything else. So let's hop on our vehicle here. Start to drive back. Oh, actually, I just realized something we will want to do before we go, and that is we need to set up some signaling here. Because I screwed up. The ones over here should probably be chain signals. So this is a one-way, so we want to make sure that anything that comes into this one-way knows that it can make it all the way there, right? So if you're into the one-way, please be able to exit the one-way. We're only going to have one train run down here, so this being chain signals is probably superfluous. But in case it isn't, that wasn't what I wanted to do, but it worked for the moment. So, if you get past the switch, get past the signal, at least signal one way, and then we'll do chain on the other side, like so. So stuff can come down here if there's something in the station, just as long as they can make it to this bit, and then don't leave this bit if the signal bit is full. Cool. Okay. Apparently tanks don't break trees very easily when you're just rotating instead of accelerating at speed. Okay, let's start driving back to base. Once I get to the end of this line, I'll be able to use the long-distance drag tool to design the rail path. There we are. That was all I need. One end. And then we'll do something like that. And then if I'm careful, we should do that without breaking any more. Yeah, okay. And then we'll just drive along that path and make sure it's vaguely reasonable. And then if we're breaking power poles like we are here, we just set something up on both sides to make sure the power keeps going across the train tracks. Whoops. Got a disconnected section of network, which is real easy to fix. I think this is... Well, what happened is the tracks did their thing. As I promptly run over the power pole. Yeah, I'm not doing the best at not running into things. This would be one reason to use bigger power poles, I suppose. Be less likely to accidentally splat them. Driving through. Okay, and that's maybe not the perfect place for the track to come through, because we are going to need more furnaces. We've only got enough for purple right now. We're gonna need more than purple. But for the moment, that's a start, and to start is enough. Drive a little bit closer to base before we disembark. We are in the botnet, so in theory I could just ask the botnet to bring things, but no, we're gonna try to pick most of it up. It'll be faster. And yeah, as I said earlier in earlier parts, once that iron coal mine's gonna run out, we're gonna just disassemble an entire steam boiler setup. And maybe that'll be the impetus to expand and properly design the fission power plant. Provide base load. So I know I need miners, belts. A lot of both. So let's sort out how many belts do I need first. 350. Okay, so 350 in the network. No, there's 200. So we're going to grab the 200. We're going to place a order that the logistic net should try to fill me to 400. And we'll let that do as it does. Let's see if it can catch up while we're sorting the other things out. Do we need undergrounds? We need 4 red undergrounds. So I don't need the entire chest, but I need some. I grabbed an odd number, but it'll be fine. Next we... Oh, we need some red and some red splitter. So red was back this way. We'll just grab a stack of red. It'll be more than enough. And we'll grab a couple splitters, which will be more than enough. I keep hitting the wrong hotkey, which is taking me to the wrong place. Okay. We already put the power poles out. We need to go grab a bunch of chests. And like a stack of each type of inserter? Yeah. Well, each of the fan theory inserters. So we want a stack of you. And a stack of you. Well, we're going to want more than that on the miners. Set a miner, similar to the belts, we're going to set a request for miners. So that as we grab everything else, they can bring stuff as it gets made to me. Put in the power poles. So check, 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 check. Gotta get the chests, check, check. We're gonna need all the track we can get. And we'll need to build one of those. One of those. And those are going to be hand built because those aren't automated at the moment. And basically a stack of chests. Okay. Alright, so other than the track, I think we're good. Oh, and I'll need to fortify it up. We got power there, so I just got to bring out the power poles. I suppose that is something I should contemplate. Is how much wall is that going to be? That's not going to be easy to do. We're going to have to go back up there again. Okay. Grab 200 view. We probably need more than 200. And looking at the time, this is probably where I should go ahead and put the part break in. I may give the botnet some time to catch up during the part break. So if you're watching on Twitch, sorry if the break is a little bit longer than intended. We're basically going to wait for until we have 116 mines, and I think that's going to be the main bottleneck. That and track. Which I suppose if I'm waiting for track, we should stay next to the track. Because we'll take whatever track we can, but we will specifically stay for at least that much miners before we go back out there. And I suppose I can just grab a bunch of... bunch of wall when we go out. Won't technically be optimal, but it'll be functional. Sometimes all you need. So yeah, doing some basic inventory management before we finish up the episode here, or well, some basic base management before we finish up the episode here. The original copper mine is still going, but it's starting to run out. Original coal mine is still going, but it's starting to run out. The original iron mine ran out. In fact, we're almost depleted the second iron mine, which is a little spooky, a little scary. Second stone's going strong. And most of the expansions are not actually really running yet. The real test on those will be how quickly they start to shrink once we get the first 5 sciences going. And yeah, I suppose if I wanted to do more efficiency stuff, we can do more efficiency stuff in the miners. Wouldn't be the worst choice. But yeah, I hope you've been enjoying this. During the part break, I'm going to go ahead and then run IRL long enough to get the 116 something miners we need in the inventory proper, which the bots should just bring to me. Oh, we already have it. Wow. The game does surprise me sometimes. Well, we're still going to take the break, so I hope you guys have been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there will be another part up tomorrow, because I'm going to record at least one more part during this recording session, if not 2 more. I might not do the full 4, because we technically did a 5 last time, but we'll see how that goes. I did end up taking a nap earlier today because I was tired, so we'll see if I am awake enough to keep going. So until the next part, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.